As most of you guys watching this video probably know, I am a big music person. Aside from all the graphic design and creative things that we do here on this channel, there is a big part of me that is just all about music. Some of you, in fact, know that I have a music project called Awkward Convos, and today marks 1 month since I released the song Bestie, and that's Bestie with a $sign if you're trying to look it up. But in today's video, I wanted to try something where we experiment a little bit with AI, and that's where things are currently headed these days with AI and generative fill and all that sort of jazz. But there was just this one thing that I really wanted to try out with ChatGPT, and that was to see if AI could interpret the meanings of my songs, and if it could, how accurate is it? Now, I've done this previously with the release Floccinaucinihilipilification, and I didn't really post any of the things related to what it came up with. Well, I did do a couple of little stories and stuff, but I wanted to see if people would catch on that it was AI interpretations of my songs. No one did. And so now we're making this video to basically explain what all that was. Even though I shouldn't have to explain. I don't know, some people like explanations, other people don't like explanations, You got to cater to both people sometimes. So since this video is coming out 1 month after the release of Bestie, I think it would be an idea to actually see if AI could interpret the song lyrics of Bestie. So I've just run the Bestie lyrics through ChatGPT, and here's what it has to say. These lyrics seem to convey a mix of humor, empathy, and support in a relationship. The singer addresses someone who they may have missed an opportunity, possibly in a romantic context. Okay. Despite the missed chance, the singer is offering unwavering friendship and emotional support. They humorously mention doing boyfriend things while receiving a bestie salary. Implying that the depth of care and actions provided resembles those of a romantic partner, even though it's in the context of a platonic friendship. The lyrics also express a willingness to be there for the person during difficult times, emphasizing understanding and companionship. The reference to binge watching Marvel movies and making up theories suggests shared activities that bring joy and distraction during challenging moments. Overall, the lyrics depict a strong, supportive friendship that goes beyond traditional roles. Honestly, that is pretty much on the ball. Wow. Well done, ChatGPT. You can analyze my lyrics. Now here's what I had to say about some of my other songs. Hiatus. These lyrics express a mix of frustration, confusion, and a sense of abandonment. The speaker addresses someone who has been absent, possibly taking a hiatus from relationships or connections with others. The repeated question about coming out of the hiatus and meeting up with everyone again implies a longing for reconnection. The lyrics reveal a sense of disappointment and bewilderment as the person in question re-enters the speaker's life, only to disappear once more. The repetition of the word again emphasizes the cyclic nature of this behavior, creating a feeling of emotional turbulence and uncertainty. It's kind of got the whole concept of the mini album, the fact that it's picking up on the word again being this cyclical nature of repetition. The lines questioning whether the person's ignorant is bliss suggests a frustration with the apparent lack of awareness or consideration for the impact of their actions on others. The use of disarrayed reflects the emotional chaos and disruption left by this individual. The speaker expresses the difficulty of moving on, particularly when the person departs without saying goodbye. The rhetorical question, am I supposed to forget? Wow, it even figured out that it was a rhetorical question. The rhetorical question, am I supposed to forget, conveys the struggle of dealing with the aftermath of abrupt departures. Wow. Come on, guys. AI is actually seeing the deep meanings within my songs. I can just write a song, not really think about it, and then ChatGPT will be like, well, actually there's meaning. Well, I did subconsciously think about this sort of stuff, but this is very impressive for AI to do something like this. The repeated questioning of the person's ignorance and the declaration of living a life in disarray suggest a plea for understanding and closure. The final repetition of a life like this echoes the sentiment of questioning the choices and impact of living a life characterized by repeating comings and goings, leaving others in emotional disarray. Wow. ChatGPT, man. Let's see if it can analyze everything according to plan. The way it's constructed this analysis is slightly different to the first song. It's structured it differently in subheadings, which is interesting because it didn't do that with the first song. So it says here, these lyrics explore the themes of romantic uncertainty, self-doubt, and the unpredictability of love. Search for perfection. The opening lines express the speaker's difficulty in finding perfection, possibly in the context of romantic relationships. The rejection of dating apps and the creation of checklists indicate indicate a deliberate effort to find an ideal partner. Even I might be potentially learning things about my own songs, or maybe even ways that I can explain them to others better. Questioning plans. The repeated questioning about whether everything is according to plan suggests a sense of doubt and uncertainty. It reflects the speaker's contemplation on whether their romantic journey aligns with their expectations or if unexpected turns have disrupted their plans. Cartoon-like feelings. The metaphor of life feeling like a cartoon implies a sense of whimsy surrealism, possibly depicting the unpredictability and playfulness of love. The connection felt by the speaker may not fit nearly into their preconceived ideas. Conflicted hearts. The lines about the person's conflicted heart and the speaker's desire to choose. Is that English? Okay. That might be a mistake on ChatGPT's behalf there, but the speaker seems to grapple with the ambiguity of the other person's feelings and difficulty in making decisions about the relationship. The repetition of falling for you reflects the speaker's emotional vulnerability and the deepening of their feelings. However, the subsequent questioning about being the other person's man introduces doubt and hesitation. Self-reflection. The lines questioning if the speaker could, should, or would even be the other person's man indicate a significant level of self-reflection and uncertainty about their role in the relationship. And then final questioning. The concluding lines repeating the inquiry about whether everything is according to plan bring the song full circle. Okay, see? It gets it. It suggests an ongoing quest for clarity and a desire to understand the direction of the relationship. Overall, these lyrics capture the complexities of modern romance, addressing the challenges of seeking perfection, grappling with uncertainty, and navigating the unpredictable nature of love. The repeated questioning reflects an ongoing internal dialogue as the speaker tries to make sense of their emotions and the evolving dynamics of the relationship. Crazy how accurate ChatGPT is. Alright, let's see if we can get ChatGPT to analyze Dust. A bit more of a simple song in terms of lyrics. Okay, so it's doing the subheadings again. I don't know why I didn't do this with Hiatus, but here we go. These lyrics delve into the theme of unrequited love, mixed emotions, and the yearning for understanding in a relationship. So reflecting on past actions. The opening lines convey a sense of regret or confusion about past decisions. The speaker admits not knowing what they were thinking, possibly alluding to actions taken in the context of the relationship. Metaphor of being put back on the shelf. The metaphor of being put back on the shelf suggests a feeling of being set aside or overlooked, possibly in the context of the person's priorities or attention. Yearning for connection. The speaker expresses a daily yearning for a connection with the other person, emphasizing a desire for reciprocated feelings or attention. Don't let me collect dust. The repetition of this line suggests a fear of being forgotten or left neglected. The metaphorical use of collecting dust conveys a sense of stagnation or being overlooked. Gotta pause on that one for a bit because it's hitting me. It's hitting me right here. Alright, communication struggles. The lines about sliding into DMs and finding it hard to stay sober when the person is not present suggest a struggle with communication and coping with the absence of the desired connection. Vulnerability. The plea, "Don't you leave me here with all these scars," exposes the speaker's vulnerability and emotional toll of the perceived neglect or indifference. The desire to journey up to the stars implies a shared aspiration and a sense of missed potential. If there's one thing I hate, is missed potential. I'm going to go off track a little bit here and just mention something. There are people out there that are super passionate about one thing and then the next minute they just completely detach from it. And it's just like, okay, if fun is something that keeps you going and keeps you happy and makes whatever you're doing not feel dry or repetitious, and you decide to just let go of fun one day, you just said, you know what, I need to focus on work because I need to pay these bills, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, let's just push fun away. I know a bunch of people like that and it pains me because it's like you had this skill or you really enjoyed doing this one thing, but then you stopped doing it because, you know, other priorities came up or you just let go of a part of yourself. I don't want to dwell on that thought for too much longer, but like if you want to have some sort of a fulfilling life where you're happy, try not to let go of the one passion or hobby that you have. I mean, yeah, it might be all fun and games, getting a big paycheck, working at some sort of office job. But if you're just doing that and then coming home and watching Netflix for the rest of your day and then just going to sleep, what are you achieving? You're basically getting stuck into a loop, just like some of these songs are talking about being stuck in a loop. It's funny as well because some of you guys will complain about that. You'll be like,
I'm stuck in a loop, you know, I gotta work every day.
That's your fault. You dropped your hobby. You dropped the thing that you were passionate about. Make some time to bring back some sort of fun in your life. You see, I've seen people that had, you know, on your social media profiles where you can put emojis that represent things that you enjoy. I had this one friend that had things like a book emoji, a plant emoji, skiing emoji, a skateboard emoji, and like a guitar emoji, some music. You know, there was a range of things that they had in their profile description. They had a list of interests just as emojis, right? Okay, you don't have to say, oh, I like this, I like this, I like this, I like that. Just list them out as emojis. But as years went by, I saw those emojis just shrink, and one emoji would disappear after another until eventually there was pretty much nothing. I get things can get busy, but what are you doing? What are you doing? Anyways, let's move on. So the last subheading for Dust is seeking understanding. The question about what is really inside the other person's mind indicates a yearning for clarity and understanding. The line about feeling led on suggests a perceived discrepancy between actions and intentions. In summary, these lyrics paint a picture of emotional complexity where the speaker grapples with a feeling of neglect, unrequited love, and a yearning for connection. The metaphorical language, repeated phrases, and questions convey a sense of introspection and a plea for transparency and understanding in the relationship. Alright, we got two more songs from Floccinaucinihilipilification. The next song is Treasure. These lyrics tell a narrative of searching for someone who seems elusive, exploring themes of yearning, disappointment, and the impact of unfulfilled expectations. Quest for connection. The repeated refrain, I've been searching for you, indicates a persistent desire to find and connect with someone. Perceived distance. The line suggests a sense of distance or emotional hiding, with the person acting like a stranger despite a long history together. This creates a feeling of frustration or confusion. The metaphor of being the captain of a sinking ship reflects a sense of personal struggle or adversity. The arrival of the person in the speaker's life is likened to the sudden and impactful event described as a cannonball. Giving full attention, the speaker expresses a deep level of commitment and attention given to the person who entered their life, suggesting a significant emotional investment. Contrasting emotions. The contrast between the focus on fire and the personal hunger implies an internal struggle, possibly between passion and unfulfilled desires. Wishing for escape. The desire to take the person away and sail to explore planets conveys a wish for escape and shared adventures, suggesting a longing for a better, more fulfilling reality. Warning about negative emotions. The lines caution against focusing solely on negative emotions such as fire and sadness, and the potential consequences of allowing them to consume one's life. Treasure imagery. The person is described as a treasure, symbolizing something valuable and cherished. However, the contrast between the shining brightness and the revelation that it was just a fantasy creates a sense of shattered illusion. Metaphor of drifting to the sea. The imagery of drifting out to a sea caught in a rip of misery reflects a sense of being carried away by emotional turmoil or suffering. Repeated themes, okay? The repetition of the search for the person, the feeling of being hidden, and the acting like a stranger underscores the persistence of the emotional struggle and the desire for connection. In summary, these lyrics paint a vivid picture of a search for connection and the emotional complexities that come with it. The narrative explores themes of disappointment, shattered illusions, and the impact of unfulfilled expectations on the speaker's emotional state. And ChatGPT is helping to extrude basically most of the meaning behind it, which is awesome. Helps me to really solidify those thoughts. We're going to get it to analyze one more song, which is enough. Just talking about the EP as a whole. So this last track is a bit of a bookend for this narrative behind the whole EP. However, because it is an infinite loop, it's kind of like the bookend of both sides because it's finishing and starting again. So here's what ChatGPT has to say about it. These lyrics depict a strong sense of overwhelm, the desire for escape, and the yearning to rediscover one's authentic self. Sense of overwhelm. The repeated refrain, I have seen enough, emphasizes a saturation point where the speaker feels inundated by the challenges or burdens in their life. The acknowledgement of too much to handle implies a state of emotional and mental saturation. Yearning for escape. The recurring desire to get out of this place suggests a need for physical and emotional distance from the current circumstances. Yep. I want to go on a holiday. I want to get out of here. The place may symbolize not only a physical location but also a mental or emotional state that the speaker wishes to leave behind. The cyclic nature of struggle. The mention of a never-ending cycle of hopes and dreams points to a persistent struggle or challenge that seems to repeat itself. The question about breaking through and the promise of just one more year convey a sense of longing for a resolution or improvement. Realization and disillusionment. What a word. The acknowledgement that it all meant nothing and the subsequent realization signal a moment of disillusionment. This ChatGPT is Trying to call me Delulu or what? There's a suggestion that efforts and commitments did not yield the expected results, leading to a sense of futility, indecision and endurance. The lines about not being able to make up one's mind and enduring a nightmare convey a state of internal conflict and a persistent struggle. The speaker grapples with decision making and wonders how long they can endure the current difficulties. The speaker recognizes that the situation cannot be fixed overnight, implying a need for time and effort to overcome the challenges. The decision to speak up suggests a potential step towards addressing the issues and seeking support. Desire for authenticity. The repeated refrain, "so I can be myself again," encapsulates the overarching theme of the lyrics. There's a strong desire to break free from the overwhelming challenges, regain a sense of self, and rediscover authenticity. Repetition for emphasis. The repetition of phrases and refrains throughout the lyrics underscores the intensity of the emotions and the persistence of the struggles, reinforcing the urgency of the speaker's desire for change. In summary, these lyrics capture a moment of crisis, introspection, and a profound yearning for relief and authenticity. The speaker grapples with challenges, cycles of struggle, and a growing realization that prompts a desire for a transformative escape and a return to their true self. Well, that's a bunch of truth bombs right there, and I've been talking for like 30 minutes now, so my throat is getting a bit funny, but thank you guys for hanging out and watching this video. If you've made it this far, of course, this video is kind of like a podcast in a way, basically breaking down my latest EP and also the song Bestie. If you enjoyed ChatGPT basically trying to get a deeper meaning out of the songs, and if you feel like it did a pretty good job analyzing them, well, who knows where ChatGPT is going to go from here, right? But anyways, we're going to wrap up this video now. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Which was your favorite analysis or breakdown? I would love to know in the comments below. So until next time, bye for now.